likely as I initially thought, but with Kim Tank being such a strong option for him, I do believe it's possible. Let's try the Stride Breaker, even though I'm a religious Trinity Force user on Darius, have been for many years now. It is time to attempt the Stride Breaker, I believe. Let's have a look at what the Stride Breaker can do. A Stride Breaker into Star Axe into a Stone Plate seems like a pretty solid 3-item core for me this game. Can't really think of anything else that I would want or need. As I look at Darius' base stats, and I just... Jesus. 39 base armor. I would not want to walk into that level 1, which is exactly why I am going to walk into the Tri-Brush level 1, because I wouldn't want to walk into it. So I'm going to make Poppy suffer. Or not. It depends on whether he's smart or not. Am I the main shot caller and fanatic? No, I'm not. We are a democracy. Poppy didn't ban anything? Well, then his balls are just massive. I can lose with this. I don't know what that means. I decided which role to play because I was playing League of Legends, and there were champions that I enjoyed playing, and it turned out that the majority of champions that I enjoyed playing were top laners, so I was a top laner. And then I went competitive, or tried to be in the amateur leagues, and then here I am. Oh no, he just left the bush without seeing me enter it. And he's going to press Q on the buff right now, and then he's throwing his passive right now, and he's unsuspecting of what is about to occur. The absolute massacre in the Tri-Brush. Let's just make sure I don't get cheesed here. Hello, nice to meet you. How are you today? I am doing very good, thank you for asking. And his game's over. Not really. Oh, wait, it is. I'm not going to flash, not even worth it. I'm happy with that. Scurry Bootlicker. What an absolute child of a voiceover. So he missed all his experience level 1. Poor Poppy. I'm going to wait with flashing on her until I create a situation where I can kill her with a bigger wave. I'm looking at ranking E for example here to kill her, but it does seem like it'll be hard to just straight up kill her. That's okay though, again, I have enough advantage right now. I'm going to slow push my wave. Make life miserable for poor little Poppy over here. Right now she's not even getting any of these CS. Very, very, very nice for me. I'm going to finish crashing this wave and buy myself a nice little cull. So I can farm up a storm. Because again, my champion this game, with all these melee / short range champions on the enemy team, is going to be a great pick to dominate. Little Talia gank going on here. Unfortunately, unable to find a flash onto the rise, but that's a-okay. So again, even though I got her flash level 1, and I'm pressuring, there's no need to speed up the game. I'm in a perfectly fine position. Right now I'm going to come in with a base, freeze the wave. Look at that beautiful cheater recall coming out here. Going to put the wave in a position where Poppy has to contest me, and even with base, she's not going to be able to beat me because I still have Ghost, I still have Flash, all summoner spells that I saved, and I prefer using them now rather than earlier because obviously when the wave is in a better position for me, she's going to lose even more. Especially with TP level 1, you don't lose that much, so that timer is rather short. She has no flash, so I want Talia to make Poppy's life miserable here. That is the best line of play for us here. Oh, I did a little sidestep there to see if she would step into me, but she did not. I think one more basic and she's dead, no? I believe that's a kill. Nope, it is not. Oh, it is. There we go. Calculated. I was fairly sure that I was going to be able to finish her off with that bleed there. Darius' bleed was some serious damage early game, so that was some Darius experience talking there. Udyr unfortunately has based and is going to be covering topside here, so unable to use our jungle pressure here for anything more, but the wave's going to bounce to me, so I'm going to go ahead and base here, and that'll be all. How did I know? I had a general feeling. I have like 120,000 points on Darius, so not my first rodeo with the Hand of Noxus. Just a general gut feeling that told me this is going to be enough, but also from the experience I had level 1, I got a nice chunk out of her, so that also helped me judge that I was going to beat her there. Alright, so not as good of of a position as I would have liked to be, because I didn't get to punish the fact that she had no flash, and she got the TP for pretty much scot-free, but otherwise still fine. As long as I can hit level 6 here, I think I have a pretty clear-cut solo kill coming up. So trading Q for Q is obviously worth it. I damage her and heal. Can't really argue with that. So again, I'm going to let the wave come to me. I'm going to hit level 6 here. I'm going to be looking for an all-in very, very shortly. She's going to Q the air in frustration, because obviously this matchup is pretty frustrating for her. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to flash on her right about now. And I'll just beat her to death until my apprehend, and then I will ult her, and then she will die. Okay, she's dead. And I almost traded kills because I choked, so don't laugh at me, chat. I had a free kill there, but I almost choked it. Still, I got away with murder. Nothing the enemy Poppy can do in this matchup, unfortunately. After face checking me especially so. I played that quite poorly near the end with a micro game there, but as is tradition, to trigger the enemy top laner even further, you go ahead and take turret plates and base under the turret, even though I'm playing Ghost Darius and did not get ganked once yet. This will trigger the enemy top laner beyond relief, as now she's molded. Ninja Tabai means I'm going to go ahead and match with Ninja Tabai. I'm actually not sure if this is the correct thing to do. I don't know if, for example, Rangers does this, but I personally like tier 2 boots a lot on Darius. I rush them almost always. Movement speed is key, which is why he's running Ghost, for example, and together with Celerity, I'm going to get some value out of that. When am I picking this on stage? When I don't choke like a dog and almost die like that. That's when I'll pick it on stage, alright? After seeing that, I don't think you would... I think you would agree that I need a little bit more Darius practice. Slow pushing the wave here. No need to provoke a mistake from myself to fast push and harass her under the turret. Let's just keep it simple, wait till my Ghost comes up, and then continue pressuring. White Tabby instead of Mercs, I have Legend Tenacity already. I personally don't feel like I need to stack more Tenacity beyond that, and I should have pinged Poppy to move mid, because apparently she could dive mid lane. I was not aware of that. I am very sorry, Zed. I am very, very sorry. I was not aware that she could get that gank angle, but I'll make her bleed, do not worry. She'll bleed for this. Literally. I missed that CS, but still. I'm not going to use my W here in case she gets cheeky. So now is going to be the part where I take the wave behind the turret and look at her in the face and ask her, was it worth it? Well, Poppy, was it worth it? Oh, whiffed. Was it worth it, Poppy? Bleed, Poppy, bleed. Bleed to your sad death. I'm sorry, Poppy. But I had to do it to you. You roamed mid. My mid laner would have got tilted if I didn't punish you. Good enough. Stack the base here. Iron Spike Whip. I do believe I go for the movement speed and Kindle Gem. I think that is a little bit better than the Iron Spike Whip, in my personal opinion. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a pink ward as well on top of that. Make sure I get a little bit of vision control on the top side. Berserkers are the shit. Maybe, but it's not my style. I like my Ninja Tabai. I like my Mercury Treads. I think tank in general is better than attack speed. Or beefy stats on Darius are generally better than damage stats beyond the first item. And I would say Berserker's Greaves are a bit of a greedy option. I'm going to spam ping this guy missing now, because he's obviously going to be looking to do the same he did earlier, because, well, he must not be happy about getting towered over the way he did. So I'm going to go ahead and push the wave here. I've got my coal stacking. She's probably looking for a TP in that general direction. And I'm going to go ahead and just proxy waves here. I might be asking, why aren't you still pushing and freezing the wave? Actually, I can't actually proxy here because I'm going to need to support my jungler to make sure that we get this objective, because we would lose it if I was proxying. So the idea was to proxy and then potentially look to help my team as I missed Darius's Q on a neutral objective. No one saw that. The idea was I proxy and then I could look to maybe influence a mid lane or something like that, and then the minions will also be hammering down on Poppy's turret because she doesn't have bombies yet. Her wave clear is not the greatest. I'm going to stack this wave with the next one coming here, and then I'm going to try and get some tower damage even if Poppy is here, just to make sure I don't die to the Udyr, which has been spotted in the bot side river, which is perfect for my plan. So I'm going to be able to slam some tower plates even if Poppy shows up to defend. As you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and slam some tower plates. Shamelessly. Dodge her Q here. She has no E now. And give her a nice little chunk. Now after I chunk her here, I'm going to go ahead and use the plant, which I spotted earlier in the river when I was moving to the Herald. Which is going to allow me to regain health and potentially even look for a solo kill top here if the Poppy is not respecting the fact that there could have been a plant. Looks like she is going to play safe, which means I'm going to just stroll up here, push in the wave, and look for a recall. Now you might be asking why not actually, you know what? You're goddamn right I'm staying. I've got 100 gold item on my item spike, so that's okay. I got her to use her E. Good night, Poppy. It was nice knowing you. So when you're playing Darius and you're pushing a wave like this, you go ahead and create a situation where is Ryze coming top? He might be. Oh, good night. Good riddance if he is. I'm taking this turret. If he uses his ult poorly, I might be able to get out. Let me out. Let me out. See ya. I really wanted the next wave plus plate. But enemy mid laner was having none of it. Oh god, he's still chasing. Flash the penguin. He's mad now. He's fuming. And I'm out. See ya. It was nice knowing you. Flash Ryze. I'm gonna go ahead and base here. If this guy commits all the way, you know what? You know what? Just because he might. I'm gonna go base here. Unfortunately, no solo kill for the Ashe. It was close, it seems, so maybe next time he would be able to get a solo kill there, but that's alright. Working towards my Stark's gauge here. You know what? I'm going to grab some magic resistance here. Now you might be asking, why grab magic resistance so early? Udyr deals a disturbing amount of magic damage early on with his Phoenix stance, as well as Ryze. So grabbing a Ninja Taba with a little bit of magic resistance, just a hint of magic resistance here, is going to help me survive against some of their magic damage champions, which they have 2 of. I don't know how he died. I guess Red Smite finished him? No, it was Leandri's Anguish. I'm level 11. Which is, in my opinion, one of Darius' greatest spikes in the game. It creates an opportunity where his ultimate can deal up to half of the enemy carry's HP. It's indeed a great time to be Darius right now. As you can see, maximum damage is looking at somewhat like, what, 622? This is without my passive being stacked, so you can imagine some serious damage going behind Darius' passive at this point, or Darius' ultimate, if he can get his passive stacked. So gonna have to get used to using Stride Breaker. In general, my Darius mechanics are quite rusty, so forgive me if I don't use the champion well. Well, Poppy didn't clear the jungle, so I'm not going to do it for her. I'll let her counter jungle her own jungler without any problems. So Ashe is not a champion I want to fuck around with right now, except for if my teammates are around, then I would gladly try to put her in the dirt. But I'm pretty happy just walking up behind the Poppy here. Never mind, let's not do that. Nope. No gold for you. Choose Hawkshot and went to contest vision, which means we get mid-power, which means we can hover into bot with our bot lane, which apparently decides to base. So much for that. Still, that's okay. Go ahead and push this wave in. I really don't like this play. If our bot lane was hovering, it would have been a good play, but because our bot lane is not interested in hovering for the play here, I do believe this is going to be a play 99% of the time. The enemy team will be moving first. Our bot lane is in base, so making a proactive play on the side lane here is just going to end in disaster. No surprise to anyone. Or maybe someone, but that someone is not very smart. So I'm going to have to be mindful here now. I did see Maokai and Ashe go into the bottom side, so I don't need to be too scared, but still, let's not grief away any shutdowns here. Gonna go grab a base. Max damage is calculated with the passive, is it? Oh, well then I learned a new thing, and that is entirely possible. My Darius is, as I mentioned, quite rusty, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. This will give me the most amount of stats that I can buy right now, and that is perfectly fine by me, because I'm more than happy to finish either of these items in one buy. Like at this point, if I can buy 1800 gold and buy stone plate, I'm happy to do that. I'll have enough HP, bonus HP, when 300 plus 300, 600 bonus HP to active, which will give me a 700 shield if I activate the stone plate. This combined with my innate healing resource from Q will mean that having a high amount of resistances is always going to be valuable for me. Even though it is not optimal to build one item, I believe this will give me the most power right now. Which, given the fact that my ghost and flash is in 50 seconds, I want power right now. My team is slowly but surely proving to me that they are making some mistakes, so I want to have some more influence in the game right now. If I had my stride breaker up, I would have grabbed her there and... Oh, that's a creep I hit. Not my intent, of course. Okay, really bad fight, really bad fight. Do not want to fight here. Oopsie. Should have had my target champions only. I didn't believe I could misclick there, though. Here I am. Looking like a bit of a donkey. Happens to the best of us, friends. Happens to the best of us. So, I'm just going to hover for this herald here. Make sure we get it. I don't want to get arrowed or anything crazy here. My tenacity is not bonkers levels. I wonder about the gauntlet poppy. Like, for me personally, I'm leaning way more towards a chem tank poppy than a... Oh, well, she didn't decide to go for the wave. She likely has vision in this bush. That was our ward expiring, so I'm not even sure if she does have vision, but it would be strange. It would be quite likely that she does. Oh, oh. Zed is getting ran down. The charm connects, but I'm just going to push top here, make sure this wave crashes, and then I can potentially look to join the team. So I'm going to go ahead and base here, and Vayne can stay and take over the wave. I don't intend to stay here and pressure or anything crazy. Poppy is DP 20. There's no need for us to do anything crazy in the game. I'm going to scale and be a monster, so as long as I keep farming for that, I'm going to be an absolute beast this game. So at this point, I don't know if Ryze is even strong enough. I guess he has Leandri's now, so he's going to tickle me a little bit more. I think right now if I fought him I would demolish him, but with Leandri's, potentially I wouldn't win a 2v1. I think before Leandri's I would easily be winning in a 2 versus 1 against Udyr and Ryze, but right now I would throw it up in the air, given the fact that this is giving him quite a bit of damage with the magic penetration passive. So I'm 170 CS, I'm at 10 CS per minute, and I cancel another auto attack. I really am choking. But I'm in a great position to walk into this dragon fight and basically demolish the enemy team. Now, I need to be mindful of how I play the team fight, because these two together can ruin my day if I get kited, so I'm going to have to make sure I use position well and create a situation where it's awkward for them to join the fight without getting apprehended into a, hopefully, Talia or Seraphine ult. That's what I'm looking for right now, is create a situation where I can freely stack my passive. When you're playing Darius, the greatest skill of all is to count to 5. What I'm trying to say with that is, please use your passive to the fullest potential, because it is a great tool. It is what makes Darius a strong champion. It is what makes him a great champion. Great, Udyr, yes. Feed me. Feed me. No, I grief. No, I grief. I got pinned in the wall. And I didn't hit the Ryze with my Q. If I hit the Ryze with my Q, I would have just one-shot him. It was good enough, but it does make me a bit sad that I griefed. I was always a winning play there, but I griefed. My bad, friends, my bad. I did my job. Not quite, not quite. I was supposed to kill 5 people. Right there, I killed only 1. Let's be happy with that, boys. We can just grab the dragon. A 4-for-1 is more than fine. Real sad. I think Rangers, if he's still watching after that, I don't know. He's probably cringing out of his mind after witnessing that. But I tried my best, alright? It was pretty cringe. If I hit the Ryze there and slam him with my ult, I actually think he might bleed to death off that combo. But I got a bit hyped, you know. The power was overwhelming. My passive, my screen went red. It was just too much. Any tips for getting better at learning stuff? Try to make it a thing, you know? Try to make it the focus of your experience. Make learning the focus of the experience that you're trying to create. So for example, if you're trying to learn how to play League of Legends, make the learning process the focus of your League of Legends game. You know, for example, in this game, if I'm trying to learn how to flash Q, like Q and then flash forward, in order to apply my passive when it's fully stacked, and then ultimate, then I can make the focus of this game using my flash to do that. And then when I look at the results, I do not feel bad or complain about poor results because that was the focus in the first place. They could very well be doing this, so I have to face check like a bit of a donkey here. No, Ashe is not on it, so I think we'll be alright. I can't really face check here. This is the only places where there's no bushes, and of course, no one wants to get owned by bushes when playing against... I'm in a really bad spot here. If I can get a big Q, maybe? Stride breaker out. No, I was too squishy. Still, nope, a terrible fight. I don't know why Seraphine felt the need to walk up there. It was completely... Well, as soon as we saw the Poppy and... the Ashe and the Maokai leave, there was no chance of them being in that position to fight. Maybe I could have played more aggressively in Stride breaker towards the Ashe. But her whole team was there, so it didn't feel right. But yeah, I do believe it was a bit strange that Seraphine felt the need to face check here. If she just plays with me, coming from this angle, I can actually help her. And if Poppy goes on her, I can easily mess up Poppy. Nonetheless, that's okay. I am misplaying and dying for no reason. I just need Stone Plate and level 16, and then I can pretty much 1v5 this game, even though I probably can already right now. Enemy AD in mid have a lot of gold, so their damage is quite substantial against me. It's hard for me to reach Ashe by myself. I do need Zed to take care of her for me. Do you remember the good old Garen coaching with LS back in the day? Yes, I do. What is my bindings for level up? The standard. I have not changed them. I have Stone Plate coming up soon. And then if I can farm Stone Plate and hit level 16, that would be great. Again, when you're playing champions, have a general idea of what level you want to contest at. What is your level that you're... People like to use the word power spike for this. But be mindful of your power spike. Right now I'm too late for this fight mid, so I should fix my wave first, and then I should head over to mid lane and see what's cracking. It doesn't... Okay, my team decides to go for the continuation without me. That is, again, completely their volunteering. They are opting into that fight, but considering I have a window now to move, I should. Coming in hot here. I'm going to try and see if I can... Ooh, that was a nice trick. Extending the ult range there. I mean, honestly, we could do this, no? Yeah, I think so. Our Baron speed is significantly faster than many would expect with Talia Leandri's. Thanks to... He has Ghost, so... It would not be too bad to finish the Baron, I believe. I'm just gonna go ahead and Stride Breaker into pull here. And unfortunately, Ryze is gonna have to say goodnight as I sprint down the Poppy here and try to murder her, which I don't think I can. But with Ryze down, that's most of their damage gone other than Ashe, which will have a hard time walking into us, I believe. Could just be me, though. 20 seconds on the smite. Doesn't feel like that great of a play here, unless Vayne can get a good flank. I'm going to tank that arrow, no biggie. I reset my ult there, but I didn't get the passive off. If Vayne can hit here, it would be great. I have a flash in 10, and then I can grab Ashe with E, as Seraphine is dying to something. Yeah, this is really awkward. I don't know why my team felt the need to play it the way they did, but here we are. I think if they just let me flash on her, or whatever of the sort, later in the fight, it would be a free fight, but... I'll trade 1 for 1 here. Maybe? I think she'll bleed if she can't heal anywhere. Nope, not quite. Yeah, I got griefed pretty hard here in this whole sequence. If Talia just sits behind me and lets me block the... Like, if Talia just lets Ashe walk up and I flash apprehend her, it's a really easy fight. But unfortunately, I waste my flash here. I did get Ashe's flash, so there's that at least. But generally speaking, just a very sad sequence for our team as my Zed gets away. Fortunately. Yeah, it's a very sad sequence. It did not need to go that way. If Talia didn't walk up to the Ashe, maybe I could have helped her earlier. I don't know. Just both Talia and Seraphine didn't just camp here and wait until Ashe walked up to us to die. They kind of let Ashe pick people off one-on-one before we could help. So it's a bit awkward. She's top though, so we should be able to get this dragon and deny them soul point. We should definitely contest here considering Ashe was top. I guess we're not strong enough without me, which makes sense. Ashe is roughly, I would say, here, so I mean, it would be nice if we could do something. I guess not. Should do bot. I'm gonna go top here. Maybe I can grab midway fast. Need to be a bit careful here. I don't think they have Rise ult. I do believe they used it, so if I can snipe this mid wave, they won't have a wave to play on. Very good. I sniped the mid wave. Ow, getting Malkite. But yeah, pretty rough, pretty rough. It was, my flash being gone as well now is very, very sad, considering it was a huge deal. We would have won the game in that whole sequence had we just waited for me to be able to reach the Ashe. But that's okay, mistakes happen. You have to respect it. And she's dead. Just leave it. Please don't help her. Again, I took the top wave. We were totally fine there. If we just play a bit safe, we should be a-okay with that. Ashe has no flash, so if we can Seraphine ult her, that would be huge. It would be really nice if Seraphine could hit an ult on Ashe, considering she's immobile as shit. Maybe I shouldn't even try right now. We can just wait on thingy, can't we? I think that would be the wiser play, wouldn't it? As long as Ashe doesn't do anything silly, we can just wave clear here and call it a day. Why did she feel the need to do that? Okay, that's good. They both hourglass, that's pretty funny. Stone plate active. Might die here, but again, I'm committed. Stride breaker. No need to waste my ult. Nice play by the team. Nice Seraphine ult, setting up 2. Very, very good. Please show a map. I would prefer 1 minute delay and see the minimap. Then I can't interact with chat, unfortunately. And I quite enjoy that when streaming. So I'm going to have to go ahead and just disappoint you in particular there. Though I don't mind asking the chat, what would you guys prefer? Streamer interaction or map cover with delay? Let me think here what the build is, honestly. It's kind of tough because I feel like most items are pretty mediocre. Bramble Vest comes to mind here with the lifesteal on Ashe. Map cover, interaction, streamer interaction, map. It's pretty... Definitely streamer interaction, it seems like. Please talk to me. Hello. Gonna go grab some anti-healing. It's gonna be nice against the Ashe. She's going to grab well, she already has lifesteal with a shield bow, and if she gets the proc and tries to lifesteal tank me, I want to avoid that from happening, don't I? So, to be the superior drain tank, stopping other drain tanks from healing is quite important. You could argue a different anti-healing item would be better. Maybe a Chempunk Chainsword could be something, but I think for now I'm okay with this purchase. I don't want to walk into those. They hurt so much. Owie. Those are the real... Oh god. I didn't like my health bar anyway. Thanks, Maokai. So Poppy's pushing top here. I'm going to hover for this wave and then I'm going to go top side. Again, I have a lot of farm, but that doesn't mean you should stop farming, guys. When you're on your 3-item, 4-item spike, there's no objectives. Nothing's happening mid here. No reason for us to walk up and oink, so... Better off for me to go catch some CS in the side lane. Much, much, much better for me. Obviously, I'm still scaling. Every item I'm going to buy is going to get me stronger. It's very important when you're playing in low MMR. Find the windows where your team is not going to int. Because right now, Zed is on the side lane as well. It's a good opportunity for me to go to the side lane and catch some farm. Now, if you're in the case, and this is not the case right now, if you're in the case where you want to push 2 waves at once, you can freeze this wave here, hold it, and then fast push 2 waves at the same time. This neat little trick allows you to create a situation where... Right now, this wave would be about here, and we would fast push 2, and I would not have to move, and it would maybe even be the better play. But you know what? To err is human, and sometimes old habits die hard. You're gonna flash in here, and I have Stark still. Stone Plate's coming up as well. I'm gonna hold on to my Stone Plate here. I just try to buy time here with my play, and I'm hoping I can live here. And I do. Beautifully done by my Talia. A great wall, setting up that team fight into a very, very, very sexy flash W by the Talia. Very well done. Ashe is still alive, but we should be able to get some waves into the enemy nexus here. And hopefully even a kill on her. That would be nice. Well done by Zed. Grabbing even a delayed kill, which means Nash should also be a very free objective. We should already start moving. Like, it's time to move here. Come. We should start this and then let Talia come and smite it. Okay, she does not have smite, but still. I think if we start the objective, we should be in a good spot. Let's check the red buff area. No red buff to be spotted. Super well done by Talia here. Got carried in that fight. Again, in this game, I have Talia and Vayne. That's obviously mopping up most of the enemy team. I'm giving them the space they need. Which means that for me, I don't need to reset and kill everyone because my team right now is strong enough to do that for me. So creating space by running at this Ashe and making her hit me, being a meat shield if you will, it's creating a very awkward situation for the enemy team. Because I am too beefy to be... I deal too much damage to be ignored, but at the same time I'm also too beefy to die fast. So it is indeed a very awkward position for the enemy team. Now you could argue here that Stopwatch is a better buy, but I like my Iron Elixir, giving me another layer of health from my Stone Plate. It's also giving me more tenacity, which is something that I am not lacking necessarily, but I will profit from. Another completed item is going to give me 9 movement speed from my Stride Breaker, so having any type of slow resist is going to be even more effective, considering I have even more movement speed. So right now, me being top is a bit of a risk here, but I'm going to go ahead and just ghost on this guy and run her down. I didn't apprehend properly. Had I apprehended there, I would have stacked my passive and I would have killed her, and then whoever wanted to come try their luck at facing me, I would have killed them too. It was just a quick call there. Maybe I should have Stride Breaker to dodge it. Could have apprehended and cancelled it if I played a bit better. There's Sunfire for tenacity? Yes, but that means I have to buy a poopy mythic item. I don't like buying poopy mythic items. Well, it's poopy on Darius, to say the least. So I'm going to have Ashe play against the creep wave here. There's no need for me to do anything. The pressure is going to come from Vayne in this situation, as you can see. Not a fun game for Poppy at all, getting Vayne and Darius on the enemy team. So I walk out of range of the cannon minion there, so that it stops the buff, which allows it to walk into range, so I don't have to take any turret damage to finish the turret off. Neat little trick for you guys there. Create a situation where you don't have to tank the turret. If you walk out of range of the buff, cannon walks in range, don't have to lose HP. I don't want to do anything here. I don't need to do anything here. I'm basically the fountain turret for Vayne here. Whenever someone is in range to hit, like whenever Vayne is in range to hit, I'll walk up to Ashe just like this, and she will kill their tanks faster than they will kill me. Except for when I can Stride Breaker and get her QSS out of the way. This is obviously going to be a good fight for us, except actually Poppy smurfed. Well done by Poppy, the ult is both away. But that's it. I am the fountain turret, fountain laser for Ashe. I don't need to do anything other than that. Just be a huge walking meat shield and make the game very difficult. Alright, sweet. Enable 5 head? Maybe. That's going to be it for me today. I am very, very happy to see so many people to watch me stream, but it is already 12 and I need to fix my sleeping schedule, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I think Talia played quite well this game. Vayne did well to come back as well later on. As you can see, I don't need to do the most damage. Taking the damage is often plenty, which apparently Udyr did better than me. But either way, thank you very much for the stream. I'm going to go and look for someone to host because I have so many viewers. Very, very kind of you all to support me. And I will catch you guys.